This is the Washington Times front page for Monday, March 21st, 2022. Thanks for starting your week with us. I'm George Gerbo. Military analysts say outgunned Ukrainian forces are winning against the invading Russians with unique tactics, effective use of weapons, and fierce commitment. In particular, Bill Gertz and Mike Glenn report the anti-tank missile supplied to Ukraine in advance of the month-old war played a major role in thwarting the advances of Russian tanks and armored vehicles. The Ukrainian military has also leveraged its familiarity with its terrain to its advantage, making it more difficult for tanks and artillery to reach firing areas. On Capitol Hill, Ketanji Brown Jackson is set to go through 4 days of confirmation hearings before the Senate Judiciary Committee this week. Dave Boyer reports she's expected to encounter accusations from Republican senators that she's soft on crime. The issue feeds into a broader accusation by Republicans that President Biden's judicial nominees in general are more lenient on crime at a time when many U.S. cities are reeling from waves of violence. Appointed in June to the U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia, the 51-year-old Jackson is on track to win confirmation from the Senate before Easter. Along with all 50 Senate Democrats, several Republicans have indicated their likely support. Interviews by Pentagon correspondent Ben Wolfgang with several service members and the lawyers who represent them reveal multiple reasons for why they opted against coronavirus immunization. In each case, the troops explained how they consulted with their family, friends, counsel, and other stakeholders as they weighed their options. Each said they understood early on that their choice would come with serious repercussions, including likely removal from their units and subsequent loss of health and retirement benefits. Pentagon officials insist the vaccine mandate is needed to maintain the safety and readiness of the American fighting force. With relatively few exceptions, the Pentagon has routinely ruled that spiritual belief isn't a valid reason to be excused from vaccination. A reminder that you can find all these stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page. Also a reminder that you can find us on any major podcast platform. Just search Washington Times in your favorite podcast app. Several Border Patrol agents remain sidelined from field duty, and fellow agents fear the Department of Homeland Security is setting them up as fall guys after images of agents on horseback harassing Haitian migrants went viral in September. Stephen Dinan reports DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas initially defended the agents, but then went to Capitol Hill to condemn them and promised lawmakers results from his investigation. The department said in a statement that officials are still working on that review. And finally, Republicans have a shot at winning a handful of congressional seats in South Texas, where Susan Ferricchio reports Democrats have been losing ground with Hispanic voters, and President Biden's low approval ratings are hurting the party's midterm prospects. The newly created 15th congressional district, which stretches from the southern U.S. border north, offers Republicans the best chance of flipping a long-held Democratic seat. Republican Monica De La Cruz will face off against either Democrat Ruben Ramirez or Michelle Vallejo, who are in a May 24th runoff. The 28th district, an area that spans from San Antonio to the border, is also a Republican target. The race is considered a toss-up, but could lean toward the Republican if progressive challenger Jessica Cisneros defeats moderate Democratic incumbent Henry Cuellar in a runoff. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us on any major podcast platform. Just search Washington Times in your favorite podcast app. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at WashTimes for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.